How bizarre. Right, 8 minutes to 6. Amazon and eBay could be liable for billions of pounds in unpaid VAT because overseas traders are using their sites to escape UK sales tax. 5 Live Money's Rob Young's here to explain more. Rob.
Yes, online marketplaces could be legally required to spot any tax evasion committed by many of their overseas sellers. Now, unpaid tax is thought to be worth hundreds of millions of pounds annually, and UK firms also say they're being put out of business because of the unfair competition of firms which are selling things cheaply because they're not charging VAT. We can talk to Rita De La Feria, Professor in Tax Law at Durham University. Hi, Rita.
Hello.
How widespread do you think this problem is then?
It's hard to know. We only know the general numbers for fraud, and they're very big. They run into the millions, maybe even billions. But we don't know exactly this type of fraud, how much money is involved.
Why should the onus be on the likes of Amazon or eBay to deal with this? Surely it's up to the individual businesses that are the sellers.
Yes, of course. The fraudsters are the main culprits on this story. There is no doubt about that, and it's up to the HMRC to try and get fraudsters. The problem arises when third parties potentially create the conditions for fraud to take place. And in that case, there is a potential liability if those third parties didn't ask the right questions or didn't raise the right concerns when they could have done.
Right, so it sounds as if HMRC then is essentially turning Amazon and eBay into a branch of the revenue.
And to de facto tax inspectors, that's actually it. And it's not just Amazon and eBay. It's any potential consumer or customer or that deals business that deals with the fraudster is a potential tax inspector. What the European Court has said very clearly is that third parties can be held liable if they knew that fraud was being committed or if they should have known. And the should have known is really the key. And should have known includes situations where the price is too low or potentially you're not giving the VAT number registration.
Right. So what about us then? If you're buying something on a website like Amazon or you're selling something on a platform like eBay, do we have to be careful as well?
No, not really. This is a production chain. The liability just falls on other producers on the tax chain, not on the customer. It is, of course, all our duties as citizens to check or to be confident that nothing dodgy is going on, but there's no liability as such.
OK, thanks, Rita. Rita De La Feria there, Professor in Tax Law at Durham University. Well, eBay says it reminds all of its users of their need to comply with their legal obligations. Amazon says sellers are independent businesses responsible for complying with their own VAT obligations. And Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs says it wants to extend its powers to collect more data on companies and individuals it suspects of tax evasion. And it says that would apply to intermediaries.